Yeah, it's Cron. I'm pretty conscious of the nonsense through various convos and different topics. It's obvious our community needs context to navigate and debate our current mindsets. Black wealth, mental health, powerful tools. Protect our women, raise children, powerful views. Show community love, cause it's gotta improve. And watch each other make history, not just the news. Adjust your tune, gotta stay focused. Ills in the world devour like a plague of locusts. But I pray for closeness, and we remain the dopest. This black is beautiful, so they gon' take notice. Keep grinding, keep shining, keep making noise. Keep climbing, keep flying for the dreams of yours. Don't just seek applause, also see the cause. Then you can really know what you're reaching for. Yeah, this that conscious talk. This that real life we need to get in tune with. We all we got, you heard? Let's get it.
Welcome to Pretty Conversations with Pretty and Conscious, where we talk about conversations for the culture. Today's conversation will be about self-confidence with Black women. And today's guest is the confidence coach extraordinaire, Miss Erica Ware. Erica, you can introduce yourself and explain what you do.
Hey family, I am Miss Erica Ware and I am the confidence coach. I specialize in mindset transformations and ensuring Black women that they know that it's more important to be purposeful than it is to be pretty. I got into coaching. It's so funny how I got into coaching because I didn't even know that this was the call of my life until I was going through a divorce, actually. And it was about 2013, at the beginning of 2014, where God was just like, you're not meant to work in a group. You need to be assisting women in their healing by yourself. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I like doing the modeling. I like doing that. And the creator was just like, yeah, nah, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And it has turned into a really amazing business for me to assist women in image consulting and feeling better about themselves. And most importantly, just healing those ugly parts that kind of cause an inability for us to call ourselves higher. So I create programs, I do workshops, I do group workshops. I do a weekly class on Sundays, Think, Act, and Speak with Confidence. That's a shameless plug. I do all kinds of individual and remote coaching to assist Black women in finding love, healing, feeling better about themselves, and just tapping into their worth, activating their worth. So, yeah.
Okay, so I know you said the creator called you upon that, but why do you think, well, all women have confidence issues, but that's not our concern right now. Our concern is Black women because we are Black women.
Right.
So why do you think that Black women struggle more with lack of self-confidence?
I think that Black women suffer more with lack of self-confidence because we are born into this world with a condition placed on our head already. And the condition is we supposed to take care of the family. We supposed to take care of the kids. We supposed to take care of husband and wife or whomever it is, or however many folks you're married to. We're supposed to take care of people. We're not groomed to care for ourselves. We're not groomed into a culture of self-care. We're not groomed into that. We're groomed to be fit for a husband. That's what we're taught, to get ready for your husband, get ready for your partner, get ready for your family. We're not taught to come home and have a glass of wine after work and relax and decompress. So it's a conditioning that we need to recondition. And that's why I think that so many women, Black women, suffer from a lack of confidence. And it's also a matter of coming from good ground. We don't come from good ground because our parents and their parents and our parents' parents come from a place where we're just born to take care of the village. We're not taught to take care of ourselves. So it starts from there for me.
And was there ever a point in time where you struggled with lack of self-confidence, lack of self-esteem? Because since I've known you, being a teenager, let me say that, and I've known Erica, me and her little sister was close. So I've known Erica since I was 14, 15. And as long as I've known Erica, she's had
Who
this
am I?
strong.
Who am I to you? Who am I?
Oh, and she's the most important thing. Is she's my mentor. She's my business mentor. She's my life mentor. She's my friend. She's everything. So, I love you too. And the most important things, like you just said, you teach me to care about myself when I don't have that, because I'm a mom, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, and I never have time for myself. So that's something that you've definitely taught me, and I appreciate you for that. Yeah, so as long as I've known you, you've always had this high self-esteem. Your self-confidence has always been high. So that's why, I've never seen you at a point where you did not feel happy with yourself. So was there ever a time in your life where you lacked any self-confidence?
So if I'm being honest, just like I spoke to earlier about, kind of coming from good ground, I'm just so grateful to God that I come from good ground. I come from a mom who poured into me in a mean, diligent, kind of nasty.
That's that Scorpio.
That's that
Scorpio mom.
Yep, absolutely. I come from a mom who just was like, nah, you're going to present yourself looking beautiful all the time. You are beautiful. She just always poured into me. And then I had my grandmother, the late, great, amazing Bishop Mary Williams, who was also a fat woman who every time I saw her, she was on. I mean, from mink coats to preaching to filling up the place. So it was just like, I come from good ground. So, luckily, and I was blessed enough to not have to be exposed to not knowing what self-love is. If I'm being honest, I didn't even know that women who were larger in size didn't love themselves until I got exposed to social media, which was 2008, 2009, because it's just like, oh, this is foreign to me. Now, let me be honest. Of course, I have moments where I look in the mirror and I dissect myself just like any other woman does.
Like all women, yes.
But it's just a moment. It's not a long, extended period of time, because I have, been blessed with the ability to learn how to tap back in. Like, hey, we're not going to do that. We're not going to tear ourselves apart. We're not going to do that. You are amazing. You are worthy. You are beautiful. It doesn't matter how big, small, dark, or whatever it is that you are. So there has been moments, but I don't allow it to get to become long-winded. I just can't. It's not in me.
And I can tell that you guys come from that anyway, because just being friends with Melinda never, of course, we all have moments, but Melinda, she always was on point. She always looked beautiful. She always looked cute. She always was fly. And she always carried herself in that manner where you can tell that that's where she came from. Our mom, she always made sure that we knew we were beautiful. We knew we were pretty and stuff. But of course, I struggled with low self-esteem. And I used to be this big and then like having children, and now I'm larger than what I am, or what I used to be. I struggled with that. And now I can say I'm happy with myself. Of course, there's things I don't like I know I'm getting a tummy tuck, but in general, I'm happy with myself. And yesterday you post pictures and I was like, it's just every time you post a picture, it's a glow, it's a happiness, it's a beautiful, it's everything about you. That's why I had to ask that question, because sometimes, people front and they act like everything is perfect, but they're not feeling that way inside.
Right. So I kind of want to touch on that. So it's so funny because I was going to post this yesterday, but I don't know. My posts are intentional. They're intentional and they're divine. They are definitely spirit-led, 100%. I'm not the type of person, you know this, I don't talk just because I got lips, right? So my honey sent me a video from 2018. And in that video, I was probably about 445 pounds in the video, right? So I've lost a drastic amount of weight. And the first thing I said with my vain ass was, somebody loved me at 445 pounds. I don't know why these fat girls having such an issue. That was the first thing I said. And then I said, damn, girl. I said, well, damn, you was big. Not that I had an issue. I mean, well, clearly I did have an issue because I did something to rectify what I saw as a problem. But it wasn't problem enough for me to not live an intentional and creative and quality life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, so when I just really, really, really like need specifically like larger women to know, like, listen, man, like, you got to love on yourself in every single season. I think that that's what I have done. In every season of my life, I knew that my obligation to myself was I got to show up regardless. I was a confidence coach at 445 pounds. And I'm sure that people used to say, how is this big bitch going to tell me to be confident and to love on myself? And easy, because I do it every day.
Because I love myself. That's right.
Right. Because and for me, it's authentic. It's organic. It's not fake. I'm not one of those people putting on like I love no, it's real shit. Like, you guys can see it's real shit. Yeah.
And speaking of that, it was a post that one of my friends had had shared, and it was a girl. She was a plus size girl. You could see on her face that she was plus size. And the guy, she was like, if you want to be my boyfriend, my phone, my rent is this much, my car note is this much, my phone is this much, blah blah blah. And somebody put a picture of her, and she was plus size, next to her post. And I'm like, okay, but what does her size have to do with anything?
Right.
And that's the problem. My mom was plus size.
Right.
My sisters are plus size. So I've never been one of them girls like, oh, she's fat, who want her? Because I was not raised in that. I was raised to appreciate all of the curves, all of the beauty. My mom was the flyest thing walking. Couldn't tell her shit.
Right.
And even when she started losing weight or whatever, she's like, I need to be bigger. I want to be back big, because that was her confidence. She always was well put together. She's like, she always was fly. So I never knew, like, I never wanted to be mean, like, oh, she's fat, I don't want to be her friend or nothing like that, because my sisters are big girls. So it's like, she can't request these things because she's a big girl. You mean only skinny girls or thick girls can request these things? Why can she not have standards?
Especially as a woman, sorry to cut you off, especially as a woman who has always been a larger fat woman, we're not allowed to choose. Society says that we don't get to choose. We have to just be with whoever shows up in our lives. Yes. And I tell people all the time, I've been proposed to 4 times. I've said no 4 times because I recognize that I'm the motherfucking prize, not you. So people really do feel like, we supposed to just take the scraps, and that's just really not the case. So when they meet someone like me who is, now I'm 311 pounds. It's just like, who are you? Who am I not to? You know what I'm saying? And that's when I have to teach people, like, hey, you're not going to handle me crazy just because you have a misconception of who I'm supposed to be just because I'm fat. And I love giving people those teachable moments. I really do.
Because they, like you said, like that post, like, she can request anything. If anything, if she say this is how she wants to be and this is how she wants to be treated, she's able to do that. Y'all don't get to tell her that she can't request that because she's plus size, or she can't ask for these things, or like, because like you said, and I always say these, and I say this to other plus size women, men feel like plus size women are easier. Mm-hmm. Men feel like plus size women will give them whatever they want. Mm-hmm. Men feel like plus size women will take care of them, will feed them, well, whatever. No. No. They have requirements, they have standards, and y'all have to respect that.
Period.
And sometimes I feel like, like loving plus size women is how you say it? A fad. It's a fad now. It's a fad until people get mad at you, a fat bitch. Like,
And I was a fat bitch when you hollered. I was a fat bitch when you was in my DMs all night, right? Like, I don't know why. It's 2020. We going through a motherfucking pandemic, and people still feel like fat bitches don't get a choice. And I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand it. But in any event, this is the season. This is the climate that we in. And honestly, I feel like this is something that we're probably going to struggle with forever, because people just look at us and make a judgment that we're not worthy because we're big, and that's their business. I don't keep company with folk like that.
That's right. It's the stigma around being big. So when you are the confidence coach and you are assisting these women and feeling better about themselves, what is it that you help, not what is it that you help them do? What is it that you kind of tell them to make them feel better?
Right. So one of my business mantras is telling women that you got to love yourself in every season. In every season of your life, you got to love yourself. Listen, I done been homeless 3 times. I done been through breakups. I done been cheated on, that I'm sure, not knowingly, but unknowingly, because everybody probably has. I have been through, in every season of my life, I still showed up for myself, regardless of how I felt. I give myself space to go through the depression, to go through the feels, for me, it's honestly about being real with yourself. And a lot of times people are not real with themselves. They're not real with themselves. Hey, how do you feel today? Not that fake ass, inauthentic, oh, I'm good. No, for real.
I'm the queen of that. I'm the queen of that.
Please, I know. So I teach women to be honest with themselves. Be honest. Know, how do you really feel? Are your kids getting on your nerves? Is that nigga getting on your nerves? Are you questioning your relationship? Are you questioning your worth regularly? I ask hard questions and I get easy answers, because what I do is put people in a position to call themselves higher. And that's not necessarily easy to do, but when you surrounded by people who are not pouring into you regularly, who don't genuinely care about you, it's easy to find comfort in a person like me, because you find out that I really do. And I'm asking questions that your tribe should be asking you on a regular basis. So my business mantra is just to tell people to be honest with themselves. I have a 30-minute free empowerment call. The first thing I say on the call is, it won't work if you don't face it. It won't work. So if you're not going to be real with me, that's on you, but I'm going to be real with you. And that's kind of like the breakthrough. That's kind of like it's just like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to lie to her. I gotta tell her the truth. So that's kind of really how it is. That the honesty, the authenticity of just really telling women like, hey, you gotta show up for yourself in every single season. And when I was homeless and in the shelter in 2017, after we had the fire, I got up every single day, made my bed, got dressed, put on makeup. A bitch wasn't going no motherfucking way except to sit on the boardwalk. But I showed up for myself, because that's just what we have to do. And as Black women, whether we know it or not, we have it in us to do it. That's our power. That's our magic, the ability to show up in every single season. So that's just really what I tell women to do regularly.
And now working at Lane Bryant as a stylist,
mm-hmm.
How does it make you feel when women come to you and you help them look good? Because I know it's been women that came to you and they're not feeling their best. They don't look their best.
Every single day.
How does it make you feel to assist them and looking their best? Not just because you, as a confidence coach, you have women feel their best mentally. How does it feel to make women look their best?
So image consulting is actually a component that I offer in my business, but women don't come to me because they want to dress better. They come to me because they want to feel better and they want to find love, right? So this is probably the first job I've ever had that I absolutely love. I love it because I'm in direct alignment with the women who need me. Direct alignment. I'm fat. I dress fly as fuck. I come to work showing up, and what I do is basically I'm a living mannequin that you could be cute to, right? That you could look nice to. That it doesn't matter if you got a fupa or some back fat, bitch, you could be cute too. So it absolutely brings my heart so much joy to be able to say, sis, you don't need an 18, you need a 22, 24, but I'm going to show you how to work this thing. I tell women every single day, hey, stop worrying about the numbers on the tag. Stop worrying about that. It's a matter of how you look and how you feel in the garment. I'm never quitting this job. I don't care where I work. I don't care where I work. I'm absolutely never, ever, ever quitting this job, because it first of all, it empowers me to do what I do best, which is make Black women feel better. Period. I love it. I do. I really love it so much.
And I'm not gonna lie, Lane Bryant is one of my favorite stores. Even when my mom was here, I'd be like, oh, let's go to Lane Bryant, look at stuff. And she'd be like, well, they're a little expensive, but they just have the stuff that, like, I don't really care for Ashley Stewart. So Lane Bryant has the stuff that's
Right.
gonna make you look and feel your best. The cutest panties,
Right.
the cutest bras, all of the
Right.
cute stuff. And that's one problem I always have with plus size clothing. Now I'm not really plus size. I'm in the middle. So I
In
can't
between,
really
yeah.
shop at I can't really shop at
Right.
Lane Bryant, but then my sizes be gone in the little skinny girl store.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So when with Moe, when she wants to wear things, I always tell her, get that, wear that, put this on. And like I said, our mother always, listen, y'all gonna go outside and you're gonna wear this bra and you're gonna wear
Right.
this girdle. And you
Right.
don't need to wear the girdle, but so you can feel your best.
Right.
And that's one thing I love about having my sisters, that I love to see Moe feel her best. Feel her best,
Right.
look her best. She's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, she's pretty, and I love that. Martinique is more of tomboyish, so but when she do go out and she want to put on her little dress and stuff, that's when she get cute. But to see
Right.
Moe feel good about herself and just be happy and just love how she look and be like, oh, I'm mad cute, or I'm that makes me feel good to see. And society, they just if a plus size woman posts a picture and they share it, it's always a few of these little ashies that have something to say.
Right.
And that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
That bothers me. So like I said, when I see you post pictures, it makes me smile like this bitch, this a bad bitch. And I want every plus size woman, you welcome, boo, to feel that way, to be like, listen, I'm a badass bitch. I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna wear this yellow dress. I'm gonna wear this orange dress. I'm gonna put this red dress on.
Right.
And I'm gonna show the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And
as they should.
I think you freezing. Oh no, you good. Wait.
As they should.
No, you good. Yeah, so what else? Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So on the love part, sorry.
Yes.
Because I memorized my question. On the love part, how do you help in that department?
So I've not recently, for about maybe 3 years or so, I wanted to get into matchmaking. I am a hopeless romantic. I believe that I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't think that anyone wants to die alone. No one wants to die alone. But what I recognize in my own experience is you're not going to really find the love that's for you until you do your inner work, right? It's just not going to happen until you heal the fact that you're still sad that he cheated on you in the past and you ain't over it, or until you start loving on yourself in the capacity of which you deserve. You're not going to find a quality partner. You're going to find somebody, but you're not going to find a quality partner. So what I do as far as love is concerned is I assist women in empowering them to heal so they can find a love that is really for them. Not a love that they could settle for, not a anybody, but a somebody. Somebody who's going to show up for them, be there for them, love them in or outside of their absence, because that's super important. And I feel like women need to know that we can have that. Yes, you done been with some ass cheese. Yes, they act stupid. Yes, they don't do that. But I am a firm believer that everybody is just not built the same. Somebody is going to show up for you. And what you have to do is put yourself in a position to be ready for them. And how do you do that? You stop settling. You stop feeling like you have to be with anybody who just one thing I hate, and Lord forgive me if this ain't right, but I hate somebody who like anybody who like them.
Yes.
I'ma like you because you like me. No. What I do is teach women that you are the prize and you don't have to accept every dinner invitation that you're invited to. And what happens is women are just so empowered, like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that I had a choice in the matter. Absolutely you do. Absolutely you do. So yeah, I really, really, really love that.
Speaking on that, my friend shared a post and it was a black guy and he was saying how Black women, we stay with Black men because we have to stay with them. We don't have other options. Like, this is what we have to stick with. And after that, I saw this lady I follow on Instagram, and she was saying how she was dealing with a guy that she felt like, you just said, that she felt like because he liked her and he loved her and he was nice for her, she had to be with him. But she could not stand him. She couldn't stand his smell. She couldn't stand the way he talked. But she stayed with him because she felt like he loved her. And I am guilty of that, where I was at a point where I said, oh, well, I want to be in a relationship, but I knew I really didn't want to be in a relationship. But I had a guy that liked me, that was nice to me, that did nice things for me. So I felt like, well, I'll just deal with him. Right. But I didn't like him. I didn't like the way he talked. I didn't like when he kissed me. I didn't like none of that. But that also goes back to, okay, you froze for a little bit. That also goes back to me having low self-esteem and having to settle for these things. So back to the guy saying Black women, I feel like sometimes, like, I don't know about other races. I know about my Black women.
Right.
And I feel like Black women, and like we were saying earlier, plus size Black women settle way too much. We settle. We feel like this is who we have a child with this person. Right. We have to be with this person. Right. Or this person, like I said, he takes care of home, so I have to be with him. But I know I'm not happy with him.
Right.
I know he doesn't make me feel good inside. And like I said, plus size women, that's that whole thing in society. Oh, well, you got a man, you better be lucky that somebody wants you.
Right.
No. That's not what we living in.
Right.
Somebody else is going to want you, and somebody else is going to want you, and somebody else is going to want you.
Right.
And I'm glad that you do this, because also that teaches women to have more confidence when men come to them and they know, I don't like you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to talk to you. This is not what I want.
Right.
And damn it, I got lost in my train of thoughts again. But yeah, like this is why I asked you to be a part of this conversation on self-confidence, because you live in this. This is what you do. This is your love. This is what you focus around.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about your book. What does your book focus on?
Which book?
Let's talk about your first. Let's talk about the first book, and we can talk about your next book.
Oh my God. The Brown Girl Blues, My Pursuit to Happiness, Sex. Wait, I forgot the title. The Brown Girl Blues, My Pursuit to Happiness, Love, and Great Amazing Sex. That was the first book I wrote. It's a series of poems that just kind of take you on a journey from like my marriage to sex to divorce to heartbreak. It was definitely a labor of love. And it was when I didn't even think that people were going to be receptive to it like they were. And they were. I was just super excited about that. That was my first book signing event. I was just so geeked about that. And that was 2014. In 2017, it's so funny. In 2017, I was a contributing writer on this project that my mentor was doing called Journey to Exodus, about how you turn your pain into promise. And I wrote that straight out of the fire. I wrote my contribution straight out of the fire. And in 2018, I have another book called Confessions of Self-Work, Affirmations for Everyday Women on the Rise. And I'm a believer, anybody who knows me, I'm a believer that your words are your wand. If you can't have it if you don't say it. You just can't have it if you don't say it. So I am statements are very important to me. How you speak is very important. Language is very important. And language is something that I'm just super like I'm just really about that. The things you say, how you say it, who you say it to. The other day I was having a conversation with my friend and I said something like, we was talking about wigs, because y'all, you know, those of you who don't know, I like hair. That's my shit. I like nice hair, right? And I was like, I can't afford that. As soon as I said I can't afford it, I quickly changed that up. No. You can't afford that check, but you will be able to. You will be able to buy from wherever you want to buy. You will live a luxurious life. I just started affirming myself so quickly. Interrupting the pattern of the way we speak is important. Oh, that's good. Write that down. I'm not going to teach this. you know,
I think you need to add that. Bring that back. Wait.
What did I say? I forgot.
Interrupting. But when we watch it, when I play this back,
listen,
we're gonna get
that was good. That was good.
Was a gem.
Yeah, interrupting the pattern of how we speak is super important. We can't.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I got it back. Look at God coming through in the clutch. How we speak is super important. So that's why I'm actually in the middle of writing my next book. I'm not going to give y'all nothing now. But it's basically going to be like a workbook / guide / diary / little mini confidence Bible that women are going to need, and it's going to be something
that's very needed.
Your pocketbook. When you feeling a little down, check in, tap in. So yeah, I have a few little book projects.
I was going to ask you, like, why do you feel like affirmations was so important? But you already slid that in, so I didn't even have to ask you that. I didn't even have to ask you that. So what do you, let's talk about legacy. Like, what do you want to leave as a legacy for Black women? Because like I said, we're gatekeeping. As of yesterday, I'm gatekeeping Blackness, period. Period. And you are the gatekeeper of Blackness. You are the gatekeeper of self-confidence. And you are the gatekeeper of Black self-confidence for fat women.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So what is the legacy you want to leave as the confidence coach extraordinaire?
Honestly, I just want Black women, specifically Black fat women, to know that you have the right to choose. If I could touch at least 1 to 10, because I don't like that little cliche sheet of just 1. No, I want everybody to get it. I want all Black women to know you have the right to choose. That's the legacy. That's the mark that I want to leave. That's my Beyonce, I was here. And that's my favorite song by her. Like, I need y'all to know you have the right to choose. You do not have to settle. At 445 pounds, I did not settle. I was beating them off me with a stick. And that's just not subjective to relationships. That's a job. That's a career. That's anything it is. That's friendships. That's relationships. Food. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you don't want to be bothered with it, you don't have to. But too many of us do not know that we have the right to choose, that we can say, hey, it's okay for me to not do that. I don't have to do that. Yeah, I'm going to decline that invitation. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to answer this call. We feel so obligated to people we should not be obligated to. I need Black women to know we have the right to choose. That's the mark that I want to leave on this world. And you know what's so funny?
We have the right to choose.
We have the right to choose, period. In any capacity, in any genre, any area you want to put us in, we have the right to choose how we show up. It's funny because, when I tell people, you're like, yeah, I do confidence coaching for women. A lot of the times people like, oh, I'm okay. I got that in the bag, until they have a conversation with me, not knowing that the premise or the gut or the meat and potatoes of my business is not just confidence. Confidence is what you walk away with after I work with you. We tackle healing. We tackle trauma. We tackle generational curse. We tackle why you feel like you can't show up at 100. And then when we tackle those things, what happens is you find out that you're not this confident person that you probably thought you were, or you're confident in some areas and you're not confident in other areas. And what I do is mesh them all together. I bring them all together. So yeah, I need Black women to just know that you have the right to choose. You have the right to choose in any season. Doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you settled for yesterday, baby. You ain't got to settle for that shit today. You have the right to choose in any season. I remember having a conversation with my now girlfriend. Like, I don't remember what it was, but I told her, I said, you think because I'm in a situation, I got to settle for this bullshit that you trying to do right now? I don't have to. I'll leave. I ain't had nowhere to go. I ain't had no job. I ain't had no money. I ain't have shit. But I knew I did not have to stay in a situation that did not serve me. That's good too. You don't have to stay.
That's good. I like that.
You don't have to stay in situations that don't serve you. And for so long, we've been conditioned to just settle. I see people all the time saying shit online like, oh, and it's mostly men. It's mostly men who say stuff like this. I'm not built like my grandmother, Yeah, because we're deciding that we're not okay with Pawpaw having a family down the street and around the corner.
Yes.
We're not okay with that. We recognize that we can walk away from that. I just need Black women to know that we are the prize in every capacity. We are the prize over everyone. We're the prize.
And that statement about about y'all not built like our grandmothers and stuff, that brings me back to my mom and how my mom chose to stay with my father, because my grandparents was married. My grandfather
Yeah.
was a wonderful man, and he was married to my grandmother. So my mother wanted to give that
Right.
to us as a family.
Right.
However, my father was not like my grandfather.
Right. Right.
So my mom settled. And when I was with my daughter's father, I knew that that's not the place I needed to be. It's
Right.
no matter what type of happiness, no matter how I thought, oh, I'm a ride, I'm going to stick by him. It doesn't matter what we go through. That was not me. I was not happy in that place with
Right.
him. Now, years later, me and him is cool. We're able to co-parent, and you know, that's my friend. But that's what we needed to be, was friends.
Right.
But Black women, we watch our moms put up with bullshit, and then
Right.
we feel as though that's what we need to do. We need
Right.
to be riders.
Mhm.
And not just Black men, women also say that, oh, y'all not like my mom, or my mom went through this. We don't have, like you said, we have the right to choose. And that's the lesson I learned to myself.
Right.
That I have the right to choose. I don't have to be like my mom. My
Right.
mom was a wonderful woman, but in that aspect, I never wanted to be like her.
Right.
And that's what I come to Kyrie with. I'm not gonna be like my mother.
Right.
This is me, and this is, but at the same time, my mom taught us, y'all don't accept bullshit.
Right.
Y'all don't have to take bullshit. In my head, in my little young dumb head, I'm like, oh, I want to be like my mom. I want to be like my mom. I want to have a family. But that's not the happiness that I had. And my mom did not have that happiness. And older women, and I feel like that's something, like when I go to your workshops, it's always women like around my age, around your age. But honestly, older women, 50, 60, they need this as well.
Right.
Because they are the ones who are in situations that they don't have to be in.
Yep.
You don't have to deal with that.
100%. Right. And it's unfortunate because it's when I've had a client who was 62 years old. She didn't know no better. We do what we know, right?
Right.
You do what we know to do. It's difficult, or it's fearful, or it's frightening to step outside of our comfort zones. So we do what we know to do. And I used to tell her name was Bonnie, hey, baby, you ain't got to do it like that no more. You don't have to do it like that no more. I ain't going to get too much in the business. But I used to have to get on Bonnie. Like,
yes.
You don't have to do, you can tell Mr. Robinson he can't come over. You could tell him he can't come over. So yeah, it's true. It really is.
Yes, and I wish this is what I needed for my mom, because even then, it's like, she's like, I don't want to date. I'm going to catch something. Mommy, no, you're not. You're going to date.
Right.
Date. You can go. You're fine. You're beautiful. You're pretty. You're young.
Right.
You don't look your age. You can find you another man.
Right.
You can be happy with someone else. You don't have to be happy with that.
Right.
It's other men that will make you happy. And women, Black women, we feel like sometimes, honestly, I feel like sometimes we feel like we don't deserve that. We deserve whatever love we're going to get.
Right.
And that's what we take.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not fair. So that's why you are important. You are needed.
Thank you.
You are everything. I'm going to speak for all Black women when I say that, because we appreciate you. We appreciate what you give us, even if it's a picture, and you, like I said, you post a picture, you a badass bitch. Another woman can look at that and be like, wow, 100%. She's a plus size woman, and now I can look like that, and let me go look for that, and let me go buy that. Erica, where you get that from? Let me get that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Let me feel like that, and we need that. And thank you.
You're welcome.
Especially in the climate we are in.
Right.
So thank you, and I love you. And is there any last words you want to leave my audience with?
If I had to leave you with anything, it would be, I don't know if you guys have read my little bulletin back here, but your happiness and your healing is your responsibility. So whatever mommy did when you were younger, whatever daddy did or didn't do when you were younger, whatever relationships that you were in that you have not healed from, first of all, I'm very sorry that those things happened to you. I'm sorry that you had to even experience that. But you got to know, in order to shape your life, you got to create it in the way you want it to be. Don't wait for nobody to show up. Ain't no fucking magic carpet. Ain't no magician coming. You have to show up and be the person it is that you want to be. And I think that will be it.
Now plug yourself.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at The Confidence Coach. I'm the only confidence coach on the Instagram at The Confidence Coach. My website is actually in the middle of being rebuilt, but you can check me out at www.wareyourconfidence, WARE, yourconfidence.com. Every other Sunday, I have a weekly workshop I call Think, Act, and Speak with Confidence, where I create a space for Black women to come in and learn and educate and fellowship. And we touch on different topics, such as healing, relationships, all kinds of things we just touch on. And I just basically give you tools to assist you in whatever it is that you're going through in that moment. And I think that's it. Oh, and I also do one-on-one coaching. So you want to get right. Right.
And if you need a mentor, she can be a mentor.
You need a mentor, all right?
I don't want to share my mentor. I don't want to share.
I do mentorship. I also have a mentorship program for teen girls called Beautifully Brilliant. You can definitely check me out there. And I think that's it.
Thank you so much.
No problem. My pleasure.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Conversations with Pretty and Conscious. I love y'all. Peace.